GeorgeNotFound is getting accused of allegedly SAing another content creator by the name of Caitibugzz. Let's get right into it. So Katie has about over 200,000 followers on Twitch, and she's got over 60k subscribers. You guys go check her out. A lot of people like her content. Well, anyways, she said this and tweeted this out yesterday. Telling my story, twitch.tv. Caitibugzz. I want to also make it clear, although I was inspired by Shelby, our abuser is not the same. I hope she could take some time to heal. I hope everyone can. And yeah, people were able to piece together that she's talking about GeorgeNotFound. A lot of her friends were calling out George and stuff like that, so that's what made us know this. But yeah, George is also another popular creator. I mean, everyone probably knows him in the Minecraft community. He was in Dream SMP. He's got millions of subscribers. And the thing is, things are looking pretty bad for George right now with these claims. So Samuel dropped this tweet saying, Caitibugzz has come out with her story claiming that when she was 18, she was allegedly assaulted by an older YouTuber. People have accused GeorgeNotFound. He has responded by dismissing these claims, and Katie's friends have come out against him. Thoughts on these allegations? So you guys can go check out this 30-minute VOD. I will go link it down below if you want. I really do recommend like hearing the whole thing out. But this is like the key part that everyone's been clipping and that I think is pretty important. So let's check this out.
I want to start this by saying I wouldn't be here without Shelby. I was ready to disappear with this secret forever. I never knew that creators were allowed to talk about these kinds of things, and I guess I'm still new to it all. A little while ago, my story had almost been leaked without me knowing, so here it is on my terms. Here's my story. Last year, at the beginning of summer, I was assaulted by a significantly older and popular content creator.
Okay, so at this point, guys, we know she's talking about GeorgeNotFound. By the way, that is another big discussion of topic, is that he was 26 years old and she was 18. I want to let her keep telling her story real quick and like just, letting you guys understand what's going on. But yeah, absolutely serious situation because, it was involved with drinking, and obviously a 26-year-old and 18-year-old drinking, and then anything, happening from that point is just not a good look. But let's keep hearing what she's got to say.
I was freshly 18. And had just graduated high school a few weeks prior.
Holy cow, just graduated high school.
I was drunk in a hotel room with other people around me when it happened. He was someone I had once watched, and he was 8 years older than me, and far more powerful. It was at a convention in a hotel room. It was my first convention I was invited to, so I stuck by one of my best friends the entire time. Okay. I was nervous but excited about it all and felt really grown up. One night we were at a house party when we decided to leave. It was me, my best friend, and her other friend. This other friend was romantically talking to a really big creator at the time. He was also the best friend of my soon-to-be assaulter. She wanted to go back to his hotel room but didn't want to go alone, so we went with her. I didn't really mind, as I was up for anything. The guy's friend had been passing flirts at me the entire night, but because he was the oldest in the room, we assumed he didn't know my age. Later that night, when I left, I received Instagram DMs from him, and in my Instagram bio, in bold, was my age, 18, confirming he knew how old I was.
I mean, you know what I mean? Like, at the end of the day, guys, obviously this is just, allegations right now. It's just accusations and everything. A lot of people believe it's real. I mean, I want to hear what George has to say before I, call him out for anything. But obviously, like, off the jump already, like, if this is true right here, this is already kind of like, you're 26 years old and she's 18. Like, there's definitely, like, levels, like, with maturity. Now, I know some 18-year-olds are really mature. They're smarter than, your average 18-year-old. They're more wise or whatever. But a 26-year-old also is. And it's just like, as a content creator, he's really famous. He could really get like I'm not trying to say this in like a weird way, guys, but it's true. Like, when you're really famous, you actually do have the potential and like just to pretty much date anyone or like date a lot of people in the world. People are just going to want to be around you, whether it's for a good intention or bad. So him not having that, I don't know, like I don't know, maybe he really didn't know her age, but like, I don't know, dude. Like, it seems like the signs were there so far from what she's saying, like that, like they were trying to make it obvious to him. I don't know, but let's keep reading or hearing this.
A few days passed when I found myself in the same situation. Us three were at a party when it got boring, and whether the girl wanted to leave and go to his room, or he asked us to, I cannot remember. Once again, I was drunker than the night before and was willing to go anywhere. I was naive, and so we went back. I remember a friend seeing me in the lobby on the way They were worried by the way I was acting and asked if I was okay. I was really drunk, and it was an eerie feeling, like they could sense something was wrong, and I wonder what would have happened if I had picked up on it, and if I wasn't drunk, and if I didn't wave it off.
Dang.
But I don't want to dwell on the what-ifs. That night, I went up to his room. Back at the hotel room again were the 2 friends and us 3 girls. It was a little after that, when I had resorted to playing games on my phone when it happened. Out of nowhere, I felt him slip his hand under my clothes, sitting next to me on the couch, in front of everyone. He disguised it with a simple, "Are you ticklish?"
Nah.
I coughed out a no.
Nah, that's like weird, dude. Like, what is going on with the Dream SMP people, dude? Like, that is just so weird. Like, first of all, doing it in front of everyone else there, and then saying, "Are you ticklish?" to like try to like so. I don't know, man. Like, obviously, this sounds really, really bad. Like, George's career is done. Like, dude, this guy is weird for doing this. If this is all true, like, there's just no way. I mean, I'm in disbelief. Like, you know, hearing this right here, like this is crazy, guys. This is really, really crazy. And like, I'm telling you, we're gonna have to hear his side of everything. But holy moly, that is not something to take lightly. Like, just the way about it, you know, like you're drinking with people that are, you know, not of age to drink. And like, that's the thing I was going to mention too, guys. I've been trying to like respectfully watch this and not like try to talk so much like while she's talking, because I genuinely want to hear what she's got to say. And I know a lot of you do too, because a lot of people just saw that minute 48 clip on Twitter. No, like this is beyond like bizarre. Like, I just cannot believe this. This is terrible. I feel awful for her if, you know, obviously everything is, I mean, what we're seeing right here, like as presented, but I mean, that's just, nobody should have to go through that. And, you know, not only that, dude, like you would think a lot of these creators, man, you would think a lot of them are genuine people and whatnot, but like, I don't know if the ego, if the money, if the fame gets into people's heads and stops making them act right, and, you know, and they just think they're like, they can get away with anything. Like, that's just crazy, dude. But like, what I was going to say about the drinking earlier, guys, is like, listen, I was 18, 19 years old. I was drinking too, but I was drinking with my other friends that were also like 18, 19. That's a little different than, you know, being 18 to 19 and a 26. We're drinking with like older people in like their mid 20s, and they're offering us alcohol. And, you know, obviously, you know, if things get romantic, that's where things are going to start getting controversial and, you know, could really get bad. So let's hear, like, you know, what else she's got to say about this.
Staring at my phone. I was overly aware of the fact that we were in front of other people. The fact that everyone else was sitting around us, watching us, including my best friend, and that his hand was inching further to places I hadn't asked for it to be. He made a game out of my embarrassment, where he would touch me in certain areas to make me lose the phone game I was playing. I was scared, and I felt sick, either from the alcohol or from his touch. It didn't matter because my mind was a blur. Eventually, later in the night, I found myself alone with him and his friend. Everyone else either passed out or sick. I dread the scenarios that could have played out that night, the what-ifs. I was just so naive, and lucky or not, the night came to an end with just that. The night lasted until 6 a.m. I was still drunk, either from alcohol or tiredness. I went to leave, and the older guy decided to leave with me. We walked to the elevators, where I didn't get on. He then pretended that the elevator was broken, and that he couldn't leave, telling me to get in the elevator to prove it was broken. And then after a few minutes, he ended the night with a "guess I'm going now," leaving with a wounded puppy look. He proceeded to Instagram message me for a bit after that. Simple flirting, or asking about the next convention I was going to. Saying stuff about seeing me there.
Yeah, you know, and that's all we're going to watch from this, guys. I don't know what to say. I'm speechless, too. I'm literally speechless. This situation's just not good at all. You know, I'm going to wait to hear what George has to say. I see a lot of people also, like, completely, like, just going off on him right now already. Like, you know, I just want to say, guys, let's hear what he's got to say. Let's hear what he's got to say. But things don't look so good so far. And, like, yeah, a lot of people believe her story so far. So, believe that she's being genuine, that she's, you know, telling the truth, very detailed. Now, obviously, there's two sides to a story. But from just seeing this so far, if this is all true, you know, he's not who he seems to be, you know. And that's disgusting. And I feel bad for her, For real. Okay, and then people were talking about Dream's statement on this. Somebody said, why does it take 5 hours to start a stream? I genuinely don't understand. These are serious accusations, and we get after 5 hours is Dream's talking on his behalf. You are a grown man, George Davidson. Act like it. Basically, people are really pissed off at, George, because he did not even stream yet, guys. Like, that tweet I just showed you, nothing. There's literally nothing yet to it. But this is what Dream tweeted on his private. He said, George assured me he will be making a detailed stream statement. I didn't want to sleep without giving more perspective first. These are texts from me to Katie's best friend, who was also there months after VidCon. I have more to say after whenever George releases his statement. Okay, now check this out. He fully make it seem like so much worse than it actually was. Katie said she didn't even tell him the entire situation, and then he just made that shit seem like that for drama. It's honestly so crazy that he even tweeted that without even consulting Katie first. Yeah, it's insane. In a different world, if I had something bad happen, like him not even asking Katie about it is crazy. Like, love that guy, but that's effing insane. So disrespectful, literally. It's worse that nothing did, because obviously he knows nothing. Exactly. Invited an 18-year-old to your hotel to have drinks is so disingenuous. Like, no, I 100% totally get that. This situation is absolutely crazy, and I don't think Katie is going to be the happiest to hear that Harry did this. I didn't hear blank did. I didn't know she was 18 either, and it was only my hotel because it was big. Most of them just don't know anything about me or just heard stupid shit from their fans or theirs. That's what sucks, but it will just take them actually talking to you or hearing about people's opinions of you. Because Katie and I obviously didn't have the best opinions of you before we met you, especially after seeing everything on Twitter. But after actually meeting you, we realized you literally aren't an asshole. So I think just the call with Harry is a step in the right direction. You just gotta slowly do it, in my opinion, but you've been in the game way longer than me, so you probably know a lot more than I do. I guess. What's your Discord? And then Dream said, not speaking for George, just didn't want to go to sleep without saying something. Context, these are texts from after about when Harry tweeted saying, I supplied alcohol to an 18-year-old at VidCon, referring to Katie. I am unaware and never was aware of any misbehavior. Also, I think Hannah, Rose, and Sylvie probably shouldn't get any hate. Look at this. Don't pressure Hannah to say anything. Saw these men as brothers. She will say something when she's ready to. Give her all the time she needs. And Hannah said, hi guys, just want to send a message that I support Katie 100%. I want to finish my subathon because it's something I promised to my community. I'll talk about it when I'm ready, but honestly, right now I feel very afraid. I want to make it clear I had no idea about any of this whatsoever. And then Sylvie said, I don't want to accidentally say the wrong thing or word because I know situations like this are sensitive and I really don't have all my thoughts organized. I don't really know the right thing to say, right? I guess I can just say I feel really shocked and sick. I don't want to make it seem like my feelings are more important than Katie's because they aren't. It's just easier to express my feels than my thoughts. It's just very unexpected. And I could totally understand that part, there's a good chance they really did not know they would do this and maybe they would act differently in front of Hannah and Sylvie. People are making it seem like George is definitely in the wrong with all this and this is actually true. But yeah, guys, that is it. Let me know your thoughts down below on this entire allegation situation that we got going on right here. There's more stuff that we're going to talk about, guys. There's the puns video. I'm going to address that, give me a day or two. But yeah, that's really it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Like we always say, Empire out.